Netflix never ceases to amaze me. Thanks to their development of original content like Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, House of Cards, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe, my expectations can't get any higher. One original that has impressed me recently is Narcos Season 2, and for this episode of Heads Up Display, I'll be taking a look at the series as a whole while avoiding any spoilers. Narcos is a Netflix original drama that depicts the beautiful country of Colombia during the life and death of Colombian drug lord Pablo Escobar. Escobar's story is told through his own perspective, but also through U.S. DEA agents Steve Murphy and Javier Peña as they work towards capturing him. This tale of cat and mouse has ran for 2 seasons and have reached new heights in excellence, even being awarded several Primetime Emmys and Golden Globes. Through its authentic presentation, Narcos delivers a truly immersive atmosphere, and by that I mean authentic. The dialogue between characters is mainly spoken in Spanish, and it focuses on Colombian history. In fact, real-life footage of historical events are also shown to provide more context to each scene. This addition makes the already gritty narration more genuine, and depending on the incident, even more scary. Even so, I really appreciate the producer's attention to detail. Every second is valuable and gives context to either the story or the atmosphere itself. Now, I can't talk about the authentic atmosphere without mentioning the actors and their performances because they are the heartbeat of the show. Each character defines him or herself through their actions. Even though they may be controversial, they are understandable. From spending lots of time watching them, you can sympathize with their actions despite of who they are. One thing to note about these characters is that their social status and political position have a great effect on their personalities. Similar to what you see on Game of Thrones, each character has their own personal agenda, and they'll each be willing to do anything to get it. Now, let's avoid potential spoilers, and instead, let's talk about the story through El Patron himself, Pablo Escobar. Escobar is a very interesting character because he becomes more complex as the series progresses. Escobar grew up as a poor Colombian native in the city of Medellin. Alongside his cousin, he got into the cocaine business and rose to power during the late 1970s, making money on the American black market. However, he didn't want to stop there. He wanted to become the president of Colombia. Now, let's stop it right there for now. Before the drugs, the violence, the brutality, Pablo Escobar was a man who wanted to make his mother proud and become president. To have that goal is admirable, without a doubt. However, Escobar was pushed to the edge, and once he headed down that path of crime and violence, there was no going back. Personally, throughout the show, I didn't like Pablo Escobar. In fact, I think he's cold and insane. However, I respect what he wanted to do, and that's how the story plays with you. It's a show that toys with your emotions and questions your personal moral ethics. Nevertheless, it's a show that's not entirely perfect. I'm not a fan of the action scenes, more specifically the gunfights. The style is a little too chaotic for my taste. I mean, I get it. There's explosions, gunfire, shrapnel flying everywhere, but it was hard to see important details since the camera was restricted on only following main characters. Another aspect I didn't like was the show's casual jump in time. Sometimes months pass in between cutscenes, and if I wasn't paying attention to the subtitles, I wouldn't have noticed. Despite these minor complaints, Narcos is a must-watch for avid Netflix users. It brings you to the edge of your seat through its immersive atmosphere and its different perspectives. That's why Heads Up Display gives Narcos 4 out of 5 stars. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to check some of our other videos if you want more television, movie, or video game reviews. But until next time, this is Francis, and this has been Heads Up Display.